I am a dancer, I am a student, I'm a mentor. I am Mortar.
Nope.
I am a dancer. I am a student. I'm a scientist. I am Mortar.
I am Vedant Kulkarni. I am an international student. I am an immigrant. I am a person of color. And I am mortarboard.
I am Kirsten Fox, Executive Director. I am a doctor. I am a daughter of a mortarboard. I am a mom. I am a community volunteer, and I am mortarboard. Good evening and welcome to the Spring 2024 Mortarboard National Virtual Initiation Ceremony. As I mentioned, my name is Kirsten Fox, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the Executive Director for Mortarboard National College Senior Honor Society. Our office is headquartered in Columbus, Ohio, and I am pleased to be joined tonight by our national office team, some who you will hear from later on this evening, and others you may see on screen or via chat. I want to say a special thank you to Julia Scharf, Liz Cook, Lexi Beer, Kara Lisenby, Ben Phlox, and Trish Maxwell for all you do for Mortarboard and our chapters. When the first mortarboard initiation took place 106 years ago in 1918, I know they could not have even fathomed 12 chapters coming together for a single initiation. What a great way to support our chapters who want to initiate new members while participating in a larger initiation ceremony with chapters truly from across the country. This evening, we have more than 120 new collegiate members who will officially be considered mortarboard members within the hour. Initiates, today you will join the ranks of more than 100 years of students across hundreds of chapters selected for exemplary scholarship, leadership, and service. I know that you are already all leaders on campus, already very busy, but I hope you take my words for it when I say this is a special society unlike none other because of our traditions, our calls to action, and our extraordinarily talented and diverse membership. And after today, it is your turn to set the course for your chapter. It's your time to shine and create the next 106 years of history. I look forward to seeing what you accomplish, and I look forward to serving in my role to help you in this process. Tonight, we are also joined by many alumni and national leaders who I hope are introducing themselves in the chat. They will participate tonight as speakers. Mortar Board membership, as you will learn, does not end when you graduate. Your involvement may ebb and flow throughout your lifetime, but that's the point. You are a member throughout your lifetime. You're connected to other incredible and extraordinary leaders, scholars, and service-minded individuals. To our national leaders here tonight, thank you for joining us, and thank you for all you do for Mortar Board. And thank you to the many others who are here to support and celebrate our new collegiate initiates, including current members, chapter advisors, and family and friends of our new initiates. Thank you for taking your time out of the weekend to celebrate our impressive new members who are joining our society today. We have a robust agenda, but I promise it'll actually go pretty quickly. And we want tonight to be the most meaningful experience possible for each of you. As you are able, we invite you to turn on your camera. If you could rename yourself, those 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner, to let us know your name, as well as your chapter or university, and your role. For example, you're a proud parent of an Alcorn State initiate. You're an Ohio Wesleyan student. And please engage with others. Use the chat function, celebrate everyone's accomplishments, use emojis. I love to see thumbs ups, hearts, claps. And finally, be prepared. We will mark tonight's special occasion with a group picture. So at one point, we'll let you know when to be camera ready. Our Mortar Board National President and 1994 initiate of Purdue University, Dr. Cassandra Lucas, will serve as tonight's host. Cass is an incredibly dedicated leader. She just flew back to her home, spending the weekend at our national headquarters here in Columbus. I appreciate that she gave up the entire weekend to think about Mortar Board and this evening, but I also know there is nowhere else she would rather be. I would like to invite Cass to officially start this ceremony, but that will take place right after we play a song that our Mortar Board singers recorded in 2020 in preparation for a virtual national conference due to COVID. Please enjoy the Mortar Board Ode.
We Mortar receive you with welcome hearts and hands to represent the noble aims for which our college stands, and this our aim, whate'er befall, respond to all the martyrs so belong, loyal, true, and strong as future Mortar boards.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Cassandra Lucas, and as National President of Mortar Board, I'm so excited to be here today. This is our spring national virtual initiation, and we are thrilled to welcome so many of you into membership tonight. We'll be welcoming new members from 12 different chapters: Alcorn State University, Berea College, Bowling Green State University, Emory University, Indiana University, Jackson State University, Northern Illinois University, Ohio Wesleyan University, Otterbein University, Tulane University, University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and Wittenberg University. We are also joined by students from other chapters who are unable to attend their on-campus initiations. We are so glad each of you has joined us this evening for this special moment. As Kirsten mentioned, I was initiated into the Barbara Cook chapter of Mortar Board at Purdue University in 1994. In that moment, I could never have managed the honor that I have as national president to preside over tonight's virtual initiation ceremony. It's a privilege to be with each of you here tonight. Now, on to the agenda. First, you'll hear more about Mortar Board, who we are, and what our purpose is as a national organization. Then we'll begin the formal initiation ceremony, inviting new initiates to come off of mute as we formally ask you to take up the torch of leadership. From there, we'll hear more about Mortar Board's history, both nationally and on the campuses represented here tonight. Before finalizing the initiation, we'll read Mortar Board's official poem, The Torch, and then we get to the best part of the ceremony, officially welcoming our collegiate members into membership. Also, what group Zoom would be complete without a picture? So as Kirsten said earlier, be sure your camera ready by the end of our call tonight. Now, without further ado, I'll start by sharing some information about the organization that unites us tonight, Mortar Board. Mortar Board is a National Honor Society of college seniors, recognizing our members for their qualities of superior scholastic ability, outstanding and continual leadership, and dedicated service to the college or university community. The Mortar Board is a symbol of ancient honor and distinction. In the earliest universities, students adopted the clerical or monastic robes as a sign that they were devoting their lives to the profession of learning. We too wear a distinguishing sign, the Mortar Board. In ancient days, students from many lands who spoke diverse tongues were able to meet on a common ground by using the classic language of learning. So too, we, students in many universities and colleges, are bound by 3 Greek letters, Pi, Sigma, Alpha, representing the ideals of Mortar Board: scholarship, service, and leadership. The gold of our color stands for achievement, the silver for opportunity. The purpose of Mortar Board is set forth in Article 2 of our national bylaws and will be read by our secretary, Amy Abernathy, from the Queen's College of Charlotte chapter.
We, the undersigned, recognizing the advantage of a national union of senior honor societies, do hereby unite to form a national society whose purpose shall be to facilitate cooperation among those societies, to contribute to the self-awareness of its members, to promote equal opportunities among all peoples, to emphasize the advancement of the status of women, to support the ideals of the college or university, to advance a spirit of scholarship, to recognize and encourage leadership, to provide service, and to establish the opportunity for a meaningful exchange of ideas as individuals and as a group.
Thank you, Amy. No matter how many times I hear our purpose, I continue to be inspired by what Mortar Board members have done on campuses across the country for over 106 years. Now, I want to speak to our new initiates. Will the initiates please turn on your camera, come off of mute, and raise your hand as you are able. Will you strive earnestly to maintain these ideals and purposes? If so, respond, I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
While it is an honor to be selected for membership in Mortar Board, it is the willingness of the selected individual to make the commitment to serve that differentiates an honor society from an honorary. When one accepts membership, this acceptance indicates your agreement to accept the responsibility and obligation to be an active participant in the chapter. This commitment is an agreement to actively support the ideals of the society. With this honor, will you accept the responsibility of active participation? If so, please respond, I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
Thank you. You may now
I
go
did.
back on mute. At this time, I'd like to invite 2 members of our national leadership to read the national history of Mortar Board. Dr. Patience Whitworth, our National Vice President from the Mabel G. Freeman chapter at The Ohio State University, and Trish Maxwell, our Director of Collegiate Success.
Thank you, Cass. At the University of Chicago in 1915, a wearer of a gold pin in the shape of a mortarboard met another wearer of a pin, not like her own, but also in the shape of a mortarboard. Each one represented a group of senior women striving to render service to alma mater. The two talked together. If such ideal existed on 2 American campuses, it probably existed on many other campuses across the country. Why were these groups with these ideals not united? One of the campuses worked for 2 years to generate interest from similar groups and the idea of a national organization of senior societies for women, with the result that in 1918, the delegates from 5 organizations met together representing the Ohio State University, Swarthmore College, the University of Michigan, Syracuse University, and Cornell University. On February 15th and 16th, they founded the first and only National Honor Society for senior women and established the badge, motto, ritual, and constitution. The name for the new society was referred to the local groups, and mortarboard was chosen in preference to a Greek letter name. Thus, the new honor organization began its life on American campuses. The society has steadily grown since then, with 2 new chapters being installed in 2023 at the College of Charleston and Life University. There are now 235 chapters in the nation.
In 1975, a historic event occurred when membership in our formerly all-women's organization was extended to include men. This occurred at a special national conference that was convened in Kansas City, Missouri, to consider the ramifications of the regulations to Title IX, which prohibited sex discrimination by organizations on campuses that are recipients of federal funds. The purpose of the society was strengthened to include emphasis upon the advancement of the status of women. Delegates to the 23rd National Conference of Mortarboard in June 1976 added to the purpose to promote equal opportunities among all people. At the 1985 conference, Mortarboard delegates passed a resolution to initiate a national project to be chosen by vote of the delegates at the conference. The delegates selected organ donor awareness as the first national project. In 2002, Reading is Leading was selected as the permanent project. Mortarboard celebrated our centennial in 2018 in Columbus, Ohio, with many former national leaders in attendance. In 2020, amidst a global pandemic, Mortarboard launched our current strategic plan with a focus on collegiate chapters, enhancing member benefits to meet our member needs, and increasing our commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging across all chapters and our national organization. Since 1918, more than 300,000 members have been initiated into Mortarboard, and we're thrilled that everyone here today can now create the history and new traditions that will keep our society great in the future.
Thank you, Patience and Trish. You will have the great opportunity to work with Trish and Patience over the next year. They work with the rest of the national office and national leaders to support our chapters, advisors, and regional coordinators, and are your main link to the national organization. And now, I would like to invite several region coordinators to share a little bit of the local history of chapters participating in this year's virtual initiation. To read the chapter histories, I'd like to welcome from Region 3, Kaylee Weicker from the Aurora chapter at Ohio Northern University, from Region 5, McCaleb Hart from the Forum chapter at Texas Tech University, and from Region 5, Jacqueline Huff from the Honor Ete chapter at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
(1921) Indiana University, Mrs. Granville Wells chapter, Region 3. In 1920, Dean of Women Agnes Wells chaired a committee of faculty and students to establish a local chapter of Mortarboard. 11 women were selected for membership, and the charter was granted on April 23, 1921. The chapter was named Mrs. Granville Wells after the mother of Herman B. Wells, the former president and first university chancellor.
An early tradition was to pack all available cars with bedding, luggage, and food and drive 20 miles to Brown County for a new and old officer retreat. Newer traditions included a blood drive with the American Red Cross, passing out candy and inspirational quotes during finals week, and a last 1929, Ohio Wesleyan University, Monett Chapter, Region 3. In 1914, students gathered to advise the city president. The group fell inactive during World War I, and in 1919, the women broke away and created the Women's Booster Club. They carried on vibrant community service projects, including homecoming and a big outdoor dinner on campus night. The chapter applied for Mortar Board membership in 1929. New members were initiated on Monett Day, which inspired the 2014 chapter name change to Monett, in honor of student and early benefactor of the college, Mary Monett. Recent events include a winter necessity drive and a book drive for Delaware City schools. 1937, University of Tennessee, Knoxville, Cap and Gown Chapter, Region 2. In 1929, 2 women students approached the Activity Council asking for recognition of a local senior organization for women. The petition was granted with the suggestion the word character be added to the purpose. The chapter applied for Mortar Board membership and was installed in 1937. Early projects included working at blood banks, volunteering at hospitals, and hosting a survey on career choices. More recent events are a last lecture series, resume workshops, and food drives for Smokey's Pantry. 1958, Tulane University, Sophie Newcomb, Alpha Sigma Sigma Chapter, Region 2. In 1915, 5 members created a women's honorary organization at Sophie Newcomb College. The organization promoted leadership, high scholarship, and loyal service to the college, selecting the name Alpha Sigma Sigma for always show spirit. Throughout its history, the group has worked with all other organizations on campus for the betterment of the school. In 2009, the chapter petitioned for a name change in reaction to the elimination of Newcomb College by Tulane University in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. Demonstrating its respect for Newcomb College, the chapter is now named Sophie Newcomb Alpha Sigma Sigma.
1967, Wittenberg University, Arrow and Mask Chapter, Region 3. Founded on the campus in 1922, the Arrow and Mask Chapter focused primarily on leadership and scholarship, expanding its focus to include service in the 1940s. The group held fireside teas, a career series, and spoke out against discrimination in student groups. The chapter applied for membership and was installed on April 17, 1967. Recent events include the last lecture series, service projects with local dog shelter emerging leaders. In 1916 chapter, Region 3. Originally, the group was founded in 1943 by Dean of Women Audrey Wilder, a Mortar Board and a group of 10 Mortar Board alumni living in the Bowling Green area. Associate Dean of Students Fayette Polson was instrumental in the petitioning process for Mortar Board, and the chapter was eventually named after her. Early chapter events included a breakfast at homecoming and co-sponsoring a campus leadership conference. More recent events include a card-making event for veterans and a LinkedIn event. 1969, Emory University, Omega Epsilon Chapter, Region 2. On April 4, 1954, 6 women met for the purpose of forming an honorary organization for upper division students. The group was called the Women's Honor Organization and was installed by National Secretary Betty Carroll Pace Clark in 1969. In 2002, the chapter is renamed Omega Epsilon. Early events of the chapter include a weekend on campus for high school leaders and a tea for the Board of Trustees. More recent events featured alumni events and a local spelling bee event that raised money to purchase books for children in the Atlanta area. 1971, Northern Illinois University, Pleiades Chapter, Region 4. The Senior Women's Honor Society was founded on June 2, 1928. Pleiades, the constellation of 7 stars, was the name chosen by the 7 original members. According to mythology, they represent character, service, endurance, scholarship, sympathy, understanding, and leadership. 2 national presidents are Pleiades members, current NIU advisor Dr. Denise Rodi and current Indiana University advisor Dr. Dan Turner. The chapter participates in community service awards, 3 scholarships to rising seniors, and hosts 2 Blossom Express flower sales fundraisers at graduation.
1973, Berea College, Alpha Sigma Chi Chapter Region 2. Alpha Sigma Chi was founded in 1965 by Dean of Women Ann Marshall. The name was formed from the initial letters of the motto, Excellence Benefits Wisdom. Alpha Sigma Chi was installed on May 12, 1973, as Mortar Board's 159th chapter. Historically, the chapter has been very active on campus and in the community with early events such as the President's Ice Cream Social, a silent auction of items donated by faculty and staff, and a banquet honoring outstanding students. More recently, the chapter has held an event partnering with college archives and a homecoming booth. The chapter celebrated its 50th anniversary last year with an on-campus celebration. 1988, Otterbein University, Telaotes Chapter, Region 3. In 1970s, there were 2 separate honor societies for women and men. These 2 merged in 1980 to become the Telaotes, meaning completeness or perfection. The new society applied for Mortar Board membership and was installed on May 8, 1988. Telaotes is dedicated to contributing to the development of the individual and supporting the ideals of Otterbein. Their last lecture series was very popular on campus, inviting retiring professors to speak on some of their favorite topics. 2013, Alcorn State University, Epinosis Chapter, Region 2. Shortly before installation in 2013, President Christopher Brown chose the Greek word epinosis for the chapter name. Epinosis means knowledge. The chapter was installed by National President Susan Caples and featured initiates and faculty and staff in academic robes. The ceremony was held in the chapel, and the Alcorn Glee Club performed several pieces, including Mortar Board's song, Thy Ideals. 2020, Jackson State University, Blue and White Tassel Chapter, Region 2. Mortar Board's 233rd chapter was installed at Jackson State University on October 30th, 2020, during a global pandemic in a magnificently organized virtual program that was broadcast live on JSU TV for Facebook. The program was moderated by Senior Advisor Dr. Loria Brown Gordon. The guest speaker was Senior Advisor from the Epinosis chapter at Alcorn State University, Dr. Monica Burr, who encouraged the chapter to be creative, be inclusive, and be innovative. Enjoy this year and create memories together. There were 23 founding members of the Blue and White Tassels chapter.
Wow. Thank you to Kaylee, McCaleb, and Jackie. To our new initiates, you've heard the story of today's Mortar Board, the way it developed when 2 women who shared a common set of ideals came together to form a unique senior honor society in the United States. You heard about the roots of your chapters on your local campuses, local organizations connecting with this National Honor Society, seeing the value of being part of a broader community of scholar leaders. You have learned of Mortar Board's ideals and purpose. Now, tonight, you will add the next chapter in the history of Mortar Board. You have been chosen as leaders to foster all that is noble in your college or university. You will not work alone. You will be bound in the loyalty of common ideals to other students in other institutions of learning who will strive with you to maintain and advance the ideals of Mortar Board. The alumni from your institution have paved the way forward. Will you answer the call to pave the way for the next generation? Your chapter presidents or advisors will receive a packet from the national office with your certificates and pins. If you have your pin with you, you may pin it on your shirt now if you have not already done so. If you don't have your pin with you tonight, we ask that when you get your pin, post a picture of yourself wearing it and tag Mortar Board. We love to see those photos on social media. We charge you to give in leadership and service of the best that is within you. We charge you to promote equity, diversity, inclusion, and belonging on your campuses, doing what you can to promote equal opportunities for all peoples and continue to advance the status of women. Now, please turn on your camera, come off of mute, and raise your hand as you are able. Mortar Board initiates, having heard the purposes of Mortar Board and the responsibilities you are expected to assume, will you receive the certificate which makes you a member of Mortar Board, accepting from us both the honor and the burden of its privileges?
I do.
If so, respond, I will.
I will. It's not even getting my.
I will.
You, as new members, will recognize the opportunity of sharing interests among yourselves as a group of intellect and concerned individuals. We welcome you to our membership tonight. Now, as evidence of the trust we place in you, we ask you each to affirm our bylaws by placing your signature on this virtual membership roll, receiving your symbol of membership, and accepting the Mortar Board certificate of membership. Please use the chat feature to type your name and chapter or institution into the chat. So very exciting to see everybody adding into the chat. Now, alumni representative Wilson Chan from the University of Louisville chapter will recite The Torch, a poem of great importance to Mortar Board members for nearly a century. This poem was introduced in 1925 by Elizabeth Furry of our Torchbearer chapter at Florida State University.
Thank you, Cass. The God of great endeavor gave me a torch to bear. I lifted high above me in the dark and murky air, and straightway, with loud hosannas, the crowd proclaimed its light, and followed me as I carried my torch through the starless night, till drunk with the people's praises and met with vanity. I forgot 'twas the torch that they followed, and fancied they followed me. Then slowly my arm grew weary, upholding the shining low, and my tired feet went stumbling over the dusty road. And I felt, with the torch beneath me, in a moment the light was out, when lo, from the throng a stripling sprang forth with a mighty shout, caught up the torch as it smoldered, and lifted high and tall, till, fanned by the winds of heaven, it fired the soul of all. And as I laid in the darkness, the feet of trembling crowd passed over, and far beyond me, it paeans proclaiming aloud. I learned in the deepening twilight the glorious verity. 'Tis the torch the people follow, whoever the bearer may be.
Thank you, Wilson. Now, to all present tonight, I'm pleased to introduce these newly initiated members of Mortar Board. Congratulations. I invite our advisors, alumni, and family of our new initiates to share who you are in the chat, offer thoughts of congratulations, and or share an emoji response to signify your excitement for tonight's events. And as promised, it's now time for a picture. I'd like to ask everyone to turn on their camera for a group photo. Mortar Board National Staff Member Julia Sharp, social media and digital content creator, will take our picture for posterity and to mark this special occasion.
All right. Excuse me. All right. Hi, everyone. So if you would all turn on your picture, I'll count down and we'll just take a couple pictures of everyone. All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Next one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And last one. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, everyone. They look great.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Julia. Presiding over initiation is one of my favorite parts of being national president. It's such a joy to welcome our new initiates into the Mortar Board community. And as this year marks the 30th anniversary of my initiation, I'm all the more honored to participate in tonight's ceremony. I'm excited to see our new members from the Alcorn State University, Berea College, Bowling Green State University, Jackson State University, Northern Illinois University, Ohio Wesleyan University, and Tulane University chapters. I'm also very happy to see our new members from the recently reactivated Emory University, Indiana University, Otterbein University, University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and Wittenberg University chapters. I invite you to mark today as the start of your Mortar Board journey and look forward to the mark you will make on our society. Thank you to the advisors, family, and friends of our new initiates who joined us this evening as well. Our national organization thanks you for your guidance and support of our newest members. Their successful careers and selection to Mortar Board are the result, in no small part, of your presence in their lives. This concludes our ceremony tonight. Congratulations on being part of this national virtual initiation ceremony. You are trailblazers on your campuses and also in Mortar Board. We hope to see you at an upcoming event, maybe even our national conference in Columbus, Ohio, this July 26th to 28th. Remember, Mortar Board membership is for life. You will find many opportunities to forge your Mortar Board family, both on your campus and amidst our impressive alumni base. You have shown unprecedented resilience during your college career and still emerged as someone top of your class and worthy of this great honor. I am so honored to be in your midst. Congratulations and welcome to Mortar Board.